We've seen and heard a lot about QAnon.
Well, I don't know much about the movement other than I understand they like me very much.
But oftentimes deeply hidden from Wisconsin's most treasured landscapes to the inner city streets are the families fractured.
It's kind of a two-sided thing, because part of it is, wow, here's this whole world of people who are experiencing the same thing as I am. And the other side of it is that's just heartbreaking.
We'll call him John. He's asked us to disguise his identity for fear of speaking out about his sibling who lives in southeast Wisconsin and by his account is addicted to QAnon, as if it's a powerful, mind-altering drug.
Anti-vax conspiracy theories and the whole world of reptilians and interdimensional demon Democrat pedophile child sex traffickers. I mean, they ate it all up. It was just such a departure talking about somebody who for most of my life has been very not into politics whatsoever.
Beyond that, John says the pandemic likely fueled the initial curiosity alongside a new child and unemployment.
I feel like they were first roped in with the Save the Children aspect of everything, them being a new parent, now having this interest in protecting kids and that drive, and I get that. But the other thing was that they and their spouse and their child all got COVID and they were fine. So to me, I think that was probably one of the things that set them off, is saying, dude, this whole thing is a hoax.
The phenomenon has seemingly gone mainstream, encompassing fringe and endless conspiracy theories, denounced as recently as this week by the Republican Party.
And I'm going to add QAnon to that. They are not welcome in our party.
Followers believing top Democrats and Hollywood elites are Satan-worshiping pedophiles, and that Donald Trump was chosen to save the country.
What you've seen is a new type of prophecy, which is that Trump is going to be restored to office.
Mike Rothschild is a QAnon expert and is writing a new book about the movement's impact.
These people are in this for the long haul. A lot of these people have dedicated years of their life to QAnon. They have pushed their family members away. They've, in some cases, broken up relationships over it.
Ironically, those family members are now finding refuge online. The Reddit group QAnon Casualties has grown to nearly 140,000 members, an endless stream of stories of divorce, separation, and despair. This user telling of 4 family members in southeast Wisconsin, writing, "My poor husband lost half his family." Another user from Wisconsin writing, "It's been so helpful knowing we have support from all over," as family members like John's now share their new sense of reality.
Bits of the video from the insurrection that happened were staged, and the lady who was shot when she was trying to break in, she was a Hollywood actress. This was all Hollywood. And just continuing to post about how whatever is going to happen, it's still going to happen further down the line.
It makes sense, as we discovered, a lot of family members don't want to talk publicly. It's why forums like this are exploding, opening up the conversation anonymously. In Milwaukee, I'm Matt Smith, WISN 12 News.